Thank you for watching Studio 7 from the Permian Basin Chevy dealers.
Welcome back. Are you self-conscious about missing teeth or maybe gaps in your teeth, especially anything that shows in your smile line? Does it affect your desire to smile or make you feel less beautiful, less self-assured? One, know this, you're not alone. And number two, it can all be fixed. Today we're learning about closing the gaps between the teeth so you can open up your smile. In this week's Ageless Beauty by Dr. Robin Rutherford's Art of Dentistry, our partner Dr. Rutherford is here. We're so glad you're here today. Every time you come, we learn something new, and I really mean that. There are occasions when I go, that can't be fixed. And the truth is, almost any problem can be fixed these days.
Yeah, nowadays we know so much of how to do things, and that's what I've always been trying to show the viewers, is what can be done today.
And we're going to talk a little bit about gaps in the teeth and sort of the different kinds of gaps, because they're not all created equally, correct? So we're going to start with the gap that you're looking at right here on your screen. You just don't have a tooth. You're missing a tooth, right?
Right. Maybe it's due to trauma, like a car wreck or a fall or something like that, and you broke off or knocked out a tooth. But there are two really good ways to do that now, with an implant and with a bridge.
Okay.
And I'll show you kind of what the difference is.
I love you brought the model. This is gives a good picture.
So this is going to be a bridge. So you have your scenario here. You have a missing tooth, right? Well, with an implant, it's like you can just put a tooth where you need a tooth, and there's the implant under the surface. Then you put a crown on it. It looks like a natural tooth. It's exactly like just replacing your tooth with a new tooth.
Okay.
Okay. Now the other scenario is, let's say you're missing the tooth and you decided to do a bridge. A bridge is two crowns on both of the two teeth that you do have, with the false tooth suspended in between.
Okay.
And it goes on, and again, it looks like a natural tooth, but it doesn't actually truly go into the gums and into the bone like the real, like the implant would, or like the real tooth had.
Okay.
The bridge is the older way, and the implant is more the new way, but it depends on the situation.
Okay, that's for missing teeth. Now let's move on to the next choice. Another reason you may see gaps, as you say, there's just a tooth that's too small, right?
Right. And the picture you're looking at now, if you notice, the two center front teeth are completely normal, but the next door teeth look small.
Yeah.
Well, the veneers go on those two next door teeth there, and they just make them the right size and the right shape, and where they match. Right. And see how it looks so completely natural.
Yes.
That's the great thing about veneers.
Okay, so that's if you have a small tooth. Okay, the third scenario would be what we call the David Letterman or the Madonna issue, a gap right in the middle, right?
Between your two front teeth. And it's the same sort of thing. Let's say if you have the space in between, maybe we would do veneers on the two center front teeth and make them just reach over and touch each other.
Okay.
But let's say you had this huge space, like David Letterman, Madonna, or somebody. If you put veneers just on those two teeth and made them that big, you would look like horse teeth. So it might be where you would actually want to do veneers on the four of them, so that you can spread out that little bit of increase in size among the four, and it would look completely natural and symmetrical.
This scenario would be where there's several gaps, just some issues.
Yeah, a combination of everything we've talked about. On the two center front teeth, you can see they almost look to my eye like they're not as wide as they should be. But even the next door teeth look like they don't take up as much space as they really should.
Yeah.
So you do veneers on the four of them. And in this case, I think we did veneers on all of the top teeth, and I think we just did whitening on the lowers. But again, it can look so pretty, so natural and beautiful, and where you're proud of your smile.
And that's where I think the artistry comes in.
Right. Well, and I'm going to say experience too.
Okay.
Because I didn't always do this as well as I do now. I wasn't just born knowing everything, Experience over the years, and a lot of continuing education that I've gone to over the years, learning from the very best people that I can find anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I'm a lot better than I used to be.
We have Dr. Rutherford's information on our Facebook page, so if you ever have any questions, of course, you can go to him and his nice, sweet staff. They're great to work with. Thanks for being here with us today.
Glad to.
Appreciate you.